Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a report that's a little bit like a choose your own adventure, except instead of finding treasure, we're finding ways this company is trying to stay afloat just a few days before their deadline. Before we jump in, if you like getting the inside scoop on these corporate filings, make sure you're subscribed. We also have a Discord community linked in the description where we can chat more about this. So let's jump into this report from NextNRG filed just a few days ago. The main thing to remember here is the date, June 25th, 2025. It's important because it tells us when the events they are about to describe kicked off. This section is all about a deal NextNRG made, and then remade, and then remade with another company, Alcourt LLC. Basically, NextNRG needed money and Alcourt loaned it to them. Think of this as one of those high-interest payday loans, but for a whole company. To give you a quick background, NextNRG took out Loan G took out a loan technically called a promissory note from Alcourt for $1 million. They called it the Alcourt note. The note was supposed to be paid back in April, but NextNRG couldn't pay back Alcourt and they made a deal. The deal was if NextNRG couldn't pay by that date, they would pay Alcourt $150,000 and Alcourt would give them more time until the end of May. That didn't work either. The report says in May, they again changed the original deal in what they call Alcourt Amendment Number 1 Next. NRG gave Alcourt some company stock, 26,000 shares to be exact, plus they paid the $150 end of May. Okay, here's where it gets interesting. You probably guessed that NextNRG still couldn't come up with the money. So on June 25th, just days ago, and the day of this report, they changed the deal yet again. This time it's called Alcourt Amendment 9 to 20. In exchange, NextNRG gave them 90,000 shares of company stocks to extend the payment date to June 30th. Here's the kicker. NextNRG has the option to keep pushing the payment date back 1 month at a time by giving Alcourt another 90,000 shares each time. But the important thing is that they can't extend it any further than the end of September. Everything about the original loan is still in place, except that they keep pushing out the due date and, in return, NextNRG keeps giving Alcourt shares of the company. The rest of the report contains the exhibits that describe the details of Amendment 2. It is worth noting, however, that the company felt the need to report these events in an 8K, meaning that they thought that this amendment to existing agreement was material enough to warrant such a form. Now let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. What can we learn from this? Well, first, NextNRG is clearly struggling with cash. They cannot pay back the original $1 million loan from April. Second, they're willing to give away a significant chunk of their company via these stock payments just to buy more time. Each extension makes the original loan more costly when considering the shares, on top of the $1 million that needs to be paid back. And finally, this isn't a long-term solution. The final extension date is fast approaching at the end of September. This situation highlights several risks. The biggest one is the risk of dilution for existing shareholders. As NextNRG issues more shares to Alcourt, each existing share represents a smaller piece of the company. There's also the risk that NextNRG simply cannot repay the loan even with the extensions. In that case, Alcourt could take action that would be very damaging to the company. Whether NextNRG can turn things around is hard to tell from a snapshot report like this. It will depend on whether they can increase their revenue, cut costs, or find other sources of funding before that final September deadline. For now, it seems like it's a deal with the devil and they will be paying more than the loan, whether it is in company shares or in pure cash. Alright, that's our breakdown of NextNRG's latest report. What's your take on these last minute deals and what it signals for the company's future? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching, see you next time.